Welcome to this online presentation today. My name is Pat Ugidi, and this is just to put my face to the camera. So, all these questions that I've been receiving about Pat Ugidi being a robot, not being a real human, will be put to rest, right? So, I thought I should first of all put my face to the camera. As you can see, I have flesh and blood, right? And today, we will be talking about something very, very awesome. So, pay close attention as we take you right into the business of the day. See you there. All right. If you can hear me loud and clear, if you can see the screen, please. Okay, there's a chat box somewhere on your screen. By the right-hand side of the screen, if you're using a PC, and below the webinar window, if you're using a mobile. All right. Type in what you can see, on the screen in the chat box. All right. If you can see Buhari is coming, or whatever you can see there, just type it in. Okay, I just need to get one or two, and then I'll know you can see my screen very clearly. Then I will continue. Okay, awesome. All right. Okay, already 2, 3, 4 persons. Awesome. Okay, once again, you're welcome to this online presentation. I will try everything possible to make sure we keep this presentation straight to the point, give you what you need, what the reason you're here, and then just basically avoid all the wasting of time. Go straight to the point. So welcome again to Waste to Wealth online presentation. How a simple 3-step process learned from a 76-year-old Mexican geologist helps anyone extract pure silver from easily sourced wastes, then sell for up to 250% pure profit, right? How a simple 3-step process is learned from a 76-year-old Mexican geologist can help anyone extract pure silver from easily sourced waste. That sounds so cool. Silver from waste, right? And the sweetest part of this whole thing is that you can get all this running with just 10 to 20,000 naira and easily build it into a 5-6 figure business if you strictly follow everything you'll be learning at this presentation today. All right. So if you're one of my students or my friend or my subscribers and fans who've been asking me for businesses, they can start with small little capital, 10 to 20,000 naira. Here you are. You are welcome. So pay close attention and make sure you do not miss out anything. All right. So now I think you should do a bit of introduction about yourself in the comment box that shows up somewhere on the screen by the right hand side if you're on a PC, and then below the presentation window if you're on mobile. Type in your name and where you're watching from. Just say, my name is Jeremiah Giang and I'm watching from Sambisa Forest. My name is Kazim, and I'm watching from Algeria. All right, just type it in there so I know I'm actually interacting with people with flesh and blood like myself. Okay, now let's proceed. How a 3-step process learned from this man, a Mexican, can help anyone extract pure silver from easily sourced waste and then sell. We're not extracting these things because we feel we do it for fun. No, we are doing it because silver, as we all know, is a precious commodity. All right. Remember, they said Jesus Christ was sold for 30 shekels of silver. That means silver, the preciousness didn't start today. It has been there. Okay, so we are not interested in extracting the silver and selling Jesus Christ for it, in exchanging it for it. No, we're interested in extracting the silver from waste, easily sourced waste, and then exchanging this silver to naira, to cash, to money, to dollar, whatever your currency is, wherever you're watching from. All right. And the sweetest part is, with just 10 to 20,000 naira, you can easily start this business and build it into a 5-6 figure business if you strictly follow everything you will learn from this presentation today. And that is the if. You must have to follow everything you learn in this presentation today and not just haphazardly and then you think you have to go with that. No. So pay close attention, jot your put down, have the writing materials close so that you can jot and take notes. All right. So your hosts today are my humble self, Pat Ogidi, yes, the anchor person here, kind of, and then the main man of the day, Mr. U Rex, will be talking to us, much more later in this presentation. Okay, and our goal is just simple. Our goal is to make sure we show you this strategy, this system that can enable you start, a business with your 10, 20,000 naira. We're not trying to say if you have a million naira, you can't put it in this business. We're not trying to say if you have 50,000 naira, you can't put it. No, but we are actually, the point we're making is with your 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, you can start this business. That means you do not even have any excuse whatsoever to give as to why you shouldn't start this business, because with your 10, 20,000 naira, you can start it. And in the course of the presentation, you will understand how much that your 10, 20,000 naira can make you. Believe me, it's crazy. You don't want to miss that part, right? And if you stay to the end, we're going to be doing something crazy, but that is actually at the tail end. Well, if you watch this training and you don't stay to the end and you miss out that thing we'll be giving out at the end, then you might not make out the best of this training. So I recommend you to set aside everything, make sure you stay to the end. We'll try to keep it short, and then we'll try to go straight to the point. About the host, Pat Ogidi, my humble self, and Mr. U Rex. Well, Pat Ogidi, I prefer to call myself internet trainer, and if I say I make money while I snore, that isn't some cock and bull story. That is fact, right? Well, a bit about me. Pat Ogidi is a husband and a father of two damsels, gorgeous looking damsels, Mona Chimso and Chimamanda, right? The grand commander of mini importation business. Yeah, I didn't assume that name. The juggernauts, the movers and shakers of this industry, the internet marketing industry, bestowed that honor on me. And then I was the internet marketer of the year 2014 and has over 200,000 email subscribers. And when I say email subscribers, I don't mean people who just download their emails, know nothing about me, and start sending them mail. That is abuse. We don't do that. I'm talking about people who willingly give in their email to remain in your list, and they not unsubscribe because they actually have the option of unsubscribing at will. So we have over 200,000 email subscribers, people who read from me, people who want to learn from me, who take my business advice, and then who learn from me. Yeah. And I've coached over 50,000 people, many of whom now do 5 to 6, 7 figure weekly. I don't mean monthly now, weekly. Many of them do 5, 6, 7 figure weekly. And what you have mentioned is one guy, he used to be an ex-car washer, used to be a car washer somewhere in urban Lagos. If you know the former Diamond Bank there that now changed to Access Bank, the car wash, the Lightos car wash, the guy, I picked him up from there, from nowhere. He got to something, rented the house, he used to sleep in car wash and all that. I've told that story a lot of times, but I just have to say it here to let you understand that a lot of people have gone through our tutelage and our coaching, and people who never thought they could make out anything out of life, people who started from nothing. So if you think your situation is worse than this person's, then I wonder you too can do this. Well, I used to hold trainings. I still hold once in a while, anytime I get out of my lazy room, yeah. And this is what the hall looks like. And this is not a free training. This is a fully paid training. This had over 400 people in attendance. Until recently, I switched to online presentations like this. And the reason is simple, because I'm able to reach more persons, more people. From my room, from my office, I can broadcast, and it can reach out to more people around the world. People even outside the country, can join in and watch and take notes. People, far away from my location can as well join. As you can see from the screen, this is one of my screenshots from my online presentations. As you can see, 4,119 persons registered for the online presentation. 2,363 persons watched live, and then the replay, over 1,160 persons watched that. Altogether, you see that the hall that can take this number of persons will be a very big hall, and the putting up kind of programs, will be very, very tedious. All right. So as you're on this presentation today, lots and lots of other persons with you are on this presentation, and they are actually waiting to learn this thing and get to business. Now, the wealth, waste to wealth apostle himself, right? That's about me. But then, what about the waste to wealth apostle man? Who is he? Well, his name is Mr. Obong Rex. He's from Akwa Ibom, right? Sometimes I wonder why that tongue doesn't show in him. I mean, I don't like hiding it. I'm an Igbo man, and anytime I talk, I don't for people say, yeah, he's an Igbo man, and I'm very proud. So, but I wonder why this guy doesn't have that young bum bum. Well, that's by the way. What we're interested in is waste to wealth strategies, silver extraction strategies, and that's the reason we're here today. Mr. Obong Rex, and this is him. He's a very handsome young man. Yes, very very handsome. If not that, my sisters have who they want to marry, I would have connected them to. Oh, Calabar man, to go and give my sister dog. No, we don't eat dog. Okay, that's him, Obong Rex. And the man, Obong Rex, used to be a banker. He's an ex-banker, right? And unpitifully, he was pushed out of his job without notice. You know how that works. I think he will tell more of the story here. When you log into your computer in the morning, you notice that you've been, a chance removed without any notice. You don't have to go and ask before they will tell you, oh, something has happened. Your days are over with us. All right. He used to work in the bank, and before he was pushed away, then he came the responsibility of taking care of his siblings and his ailing mom on his shoulders. The responsibility of the first child. I don't need to explain that. So by the time his income stopped coming from the banking job, responsibility even tripled because he wasn't able to meet up with, the usual responsibility. And then the ailing mom. He tried various businesses like every other person. He saw little successes. Yeah, I think he'll be telling you more about all these things. Yeah, and he didn't move to Lagos barely 2 years ago in search of opportunities, where he took the waste to wealth business serious. Thank God he's in Lagos, and thank God he took it serious, and thank God you're benefiting from him today. The same three-step process he's about to share with you today. So put aside every form of distraction. Now is not the time to allow anything to distract you, because letting those things distract you mean you might miss out the most important aspect of this presentation today. So turn off your cell phone. That is, if it's not your cell phone you're using to watch this, turn it off. Even if it's what you're using to watch this, make sure it is only this presentation that you're watching on your cell phone. Sharing your internet with some other thing like downloading might, hamper, disturb the presentation, and you might have a heat-filled presentation, and that you don't want to happen, right? And then shut down your social media accounts. They are great things, to have and stuff, but now is not the best time to access them. Turn off your TV if you have one, right? Put it off entirely. Then pay 1001% attention, because allowing yourself to be distracted would mean missing out on a piece of information that can help you add another stressless income stream to your kitty. Yes, you definitely should have tons and tons of questions, and that is why the chat box is there. Please type in your questions. If we have the time, we will take all of the questions. If we do not have the time, don't worry, the questions will automatically redirect to our email, and we will reply you in detail. From there, we can take it up and we can talk to you about them. We can talk and chat about your questions. So whatever question you have, feel free to answer them. If we have a chance to take it in the course of this presentation, we will do just that. If not, it will redirect to our email and we'll answer them as well. So feel free to send in your questions, all right? Okay, so if you're ready right now, I'm handing over the floor to Mr. Obong Rex to take it off from there and give us the bedu, give us this silver extraction business. We want to learn, Mr. Obong. You have the floor now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Pat. Yeah, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I know while they were saying all of those things about me, my head was growing bigger and I was actually blushing. Thank you. And I want to say that it's a great privilege to do this with you. Great privilege sharing the platform with you this moment. I've listened to most of your webinars and I've partook of most of your offers. And so doing this with you and talking to over 200,000 subscribers is a great feat. And I want to say thank you for choosing to do this with me. Thank you once again, sir. Okay, to everyone, This is how I look, this Ubon Rex. Okay, the young gentleman is about to put you through the process of silver extraction from West. My duty is very simple, and I'll take the time out to do justice to that. And you will see for yourself how easy it is to extract silver from West. I mean, the West could just be lying by your side and you don't know. No, it's not gonna. You're not gonna be going out looking for West like scavengers. No, but I'm gonna show you how to go get them at some specific locations. All right, and then you do your extraction from your kitchen, your bedroom, your parlor, wherever you are, and make your money from the very first day you get started. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get straight to business right now. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you the following things in this video. Number one, how and where to source for West. Okay, so there are locations I will show you, and I'll tell you where to go to source for those West. So you don't walk around like scavengers looking for West. No. Okay, these are specific West. So I'm going to show you how to get that done. Next, I'm going to show you how to extract proper. It's quite easy, and you can do it in a matter of hours. Okay, I do mine in few hours. Okay, at the starter, you can give yourself 24 to 72 hours. So as you grow along in the business, you do better. You can extract in just few hours. I'll also show you how and where to sell your silver. I mean, of what use will it be if after you extract your silver, you cannot sell? No, we have buyers everywhere. In fact, you'll be amazed that there could be just a buyer on your street. Even your next door neighbor might just be your buyer. You never can tell. So there are buyers everywhere, and you cannot satisfy their hunger and thirst for silver. You can't, except you can provide them a truckload of silver. Except you can do that. Okay? So I'm going to show you more and more of the things you need to know in this business. Now, so you know, this business is not a get-rich-quick scheme. No, don't think you're going to come along and then make, let's say, 10 million in one day like people will have you believe. No. But at least six-figure income is common, and you can pull on with this, grow along in this business, okay? As you keep making your profit. Now, results are not typical. Yeah, that someone made ₦1 million, the other made ₦2 million, doesn't mean you're going to make same. You can make more, you can make less. But the idea is that you make your own profit, okay? Something you can be happy about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now my story might help you. As I get along in this business, I try to share my story with people. No, I wasn't born with the knowledge of this business. In fact, it took me time, effort, much stress and pains to get to know this business. You see, it's very rare. It's a rare business. So it cost me a whole lot. I remember I lost my job with the bank, and so some years back, it was crazy with an elderly mother and siblings to take care of. Being the elder son, life was crazily hard. In fact, you can imagine when you have people like this to take care, to cater for, and there's nothing to show for. So I had to step out, look for how to make money, income. I shared my CV around, trying to see how I can actually get something back home. It was hard, but someday something happened. I came across this guy, who needed someone who could write a business proposal for him. Well, I'm good at that, so I got the job for some chicken change. Oh, but that's not the idea. The main thing here is that this client of mine was into this business. He was into this business of silver extraction, and he learned it abroad. He didn't even learn it here in Nigeria, but abroad. But the issue is this. This guy wouldn't want to show anybody. So I tried to get close to him. He wouldn't want to show me. So each time I tried to strike the spot, the guy would pull off. So I decided one day to sit him down. And you know what the guy told me? He told me if I could raise 600K to pay for the training. 600K. That was a red flag. It was a big, big red flag. So I had to give up on him. And then I went online for a 3-month search. For the good 3 months I searched, there was nobody teaching this business online in Nigeria. Man. And I was like, this is awesome. For me, that was a great opportunity because there was no one doing it. Okay, so I now extended my search. And then online I met a Mexican guy who have actually become my friend. So this guy was willing to teach me this business for some huge amount of money. Well, I didn't have the money, so what did I do? I forgot about the guy, and then I went to juggle out some free information online to see how I can get started on my own. And when I did that, Oh, that was the greatest mistake I ever made, because I failed woefully. I did that twice and I failed woefully because I was just using the information I got online. And let me say this, in this business you need a mentor, someone that can lead you, because if you want to go on your own, there are free information, but hey, you're going to fail woefully because there are secrets that can't be exposed except by someone who is in it and who have made successful profits from the business. Okay, so I decided it was time to just get this thing done, to be real with myself. So I gathered money, I paid the young man, and then he put me through. It was a good 3-month intensive training, online course. And then when we're done with that, I decided to now get into the business. And hey, that was the best decision I ever made. Seriously, it was the best decision in my life I ever made. And ever since then, life has been amazing. I had to relocate from my state to Lagos, and I had to start living the life of my dream and actually what I actually wanted to achieve, and all of that coming true. And I didn't stop there. I went along and I showed few people. I taught some people too the business, and with joy and happiness they keep sending in their testimonies. Now let me just show you a few of such testimonies. Here's one of the persons I taught. He sent me this text message to our business line. He said, "Hello Mr. Rex, thanks so much. I have sold my silver worth 129,000 to Mr. Saeed in Ibadan." Now, this young man's case is very, it's so unique because 3 days before he sold this silver, he told me there was no food in the house. There was no food in the house. The wife, the children, there was no food. So, but after selling this, he reached back to me, was very happy, and he told me, "I'm going to go hard right now in my location, and I'm going to make more from this." I was so happy. And he said, "God bless you, God continue to help you," and all of that. This is another guy that learned from us. Okay, we're promoting this, and the guy came up to our page and said, "I'm a living testimony to this business. I've done it and it's worth trying once again." So we had to reply, "Thanks for your honest review." Okay, we don't even know him, but he learned from us. He came over and shared his testimony. Now this one man who came out with Abuja, he's from Kogi State, but he came from Abuja to visit me. He was so happy with the results he got, and he bought me a big, huge bunch of plantain. Who can refuse that? So that's a man, and that's me. We took a photo. Okay, this is one of the ladies that learned from me too. She had to send me this chart. Let's read through. He said, "This is from Mrs. Olom." I said, "Okay, not bad. Please weigh it and let me know the measurement." He said, "This is what we call silver dust. This is silver dust, and this is what we actually melt and turn to silver, pure shiny silver. You see, every precious metal is melted at this point. Okay." This is the elemental stage of any precious metal, and this is the elemental stage of silver. You melt at this point. So she was able to get this done in a matter of hours. She got this out from her waist, and so she now told me. I said, "Okay, not bad. Please weigh it and let me know the measurement." He said, "Good morning, Mr. Ubon. What's next? I'm still in the bottom, but going back to Ekiti today." I said, "All right, please call me by 9 a.m. today, okay? I will call Sahi, then you can go see him." Sahi is actually a melter out there in Ibadan. He's actually a buyer. So he said, "Okay, thanks. I'm online," and I gave him Sahi's number. She then said, "Okay, I'll do." I said, "Okay, have you called him?" She said, "He asked me to call him in 20 minutes rather." He said, "Okay, I've called him back." And 20 minutes. I said, "Okay." The next thing, she sent me the picture of the silver she extracted. Now, take a look at this silver. I'm sure you'll see, you're like, "Well, this is not shiny. This is not actually white." Now listen to me. The purity of silver is not determined by its color or its outlook, but its properties. That's why they say not everything that shines is gold, but its properties. Okay? Now, at this point, the buyer isn't concerned about how shiny it is, but how pure it is. So, and what makes a silver impure is actually when you have impurities like aluminum or zinc. All right, those are impurities. But at this point, you don't have any other metal apart from silver. So what the buyer does is that during usage, they will now introduce a chemical that will stimulate that shiny property from the silver, and the silver will become shiny. But at this point, it is pure silver and sold at the highest price. Now she sent this picture to me, and she said it was Mr. Saeed's brother who melted for me. He also sent my account number to him, but I'm not seeing my alerts here. I said, "Okay, have they paid you? Yet I will need your testimony once you get your money." The next thing you said, "Hello, Mr. Hubon, I don't get alert." I don't get alert. God win. thanks so much. I'm so happy. I'm in the bus right now on my way to Ado-Ekiti. I'll call you when I get home. God bless you. I said, lol, I am happy for you. How much did Said pay you? She said 40,600. It's what our first instruction. And I said, she said, Tanya, I said, okay, so how much did you invest? She said 7,500 with transport will be about 10,000 naira. I said, wow, that's nice. Imagine 10,000. And she got 40,600. That's over 300% profit, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Now imagine if she had invested 100,000 and even more. That's what we're talking about. She said, Said's brother even said that I should check more, all of that and all of that. And I just told her more and more that she has to do to make even more of such amount of money. That is what I'm talking about. This was a client of mine, and she got success out of the business and all of that. Now, I don't like showing this, but let me just show you a little screenshot of my payment from one of my buyers, Sahid Yamoshud. Okay, this was in January this year, and he sent me 410,000. Okay, for silver bots. Okay, that was on the 21st. And then same 21st, he sent again. You see, cash deposit Benga Alabi to another. Okay, this is from Benga Alabi. Payment for silver 442,000. So this is what we're talking about. You can also achieve same feat. Okay, now let's get moving. Let's get down to business now. Okay, now what the heck is silver extraction? What the heck? Silver extraction. Quickly, we just did a search on Google and I had to get this for you. Silver is a precious, shiny, greeny, white metal, the chemical element of atomic, forget the numbers. That's what we're interested in. It's a shiny gray color or appropriate like, or appearance like that of silver. Okay. Alright, so it's quite simple. We all know silver. It's kind of whitish and shiny in nature. It's a precious metal. That's the word, precious metal. And when you talk about precious metal, you're talking about something that's precious and has real monetary value. Now, extraction is the action of extracting something, especially using effort or force. Alright, so now we can answer that silver extraction is actually the process. Okay, silver extraction from waste is the process of getting silver, getting pure, highest purity of silver from waste material, from something people think it's of no use. Alright, so that's what we're talking about. Now, before you begin this business, you must understand something. Safety first. You'll be dealing with just few domestic domestic chemicals, not basically chemicals, not domestic solutions, okay, that you use at home. Alright, it's okay, it's safe, but you see, that salt is good for cooking doesn't mean you should put it in your eyes. Okay, alright, so you just be careful. Try to wear your gloves if you have. If you don't have, once you're done extracting, wash your hands very well and keep the environment clean, and wash your pockets well. Okay then, so for this presentation I shall focus on silver extraction from extra film. I've just exposed to you now one of the West. I'm sure you didn't know about that. Okay then, let's get along. Now, sourcing for extra film. I'm going to tell you a little bit about extra films. Sourcing for extra films, you can get them in hospitals. I'm sure there are hospitals around you. Now, you never believed that hospital could actually have what it takes to give you some money, right? Now, there are hospitals around you. Imagine those hospitals around you, how much they can bring to you. Okay, so I can remember one day when I moved into an hospital. I just moved in to check a lady who actually delivered a wife to my friend. And so, but when I was going out, I had to just move her. I went to the radiography session, and I saw the attendant there. I told him, can you offer me some extra films if you have? He said, yeah, we have a lot of them. And he took me to the store. My God, so many extra films, and I just laughed within me. I laughed within me. Imagine. And I told him, what do you do with this? He said, we throw them away. We just pack them and throw them away. And I said, really? He said, yes. I kept quiet. I offered the guy just about 1,000 naira, and I packed every of those films away. And you know what? Now me know how much I made from those films. Seriously. And there are many hospitals around you. You feel me? That have all these things. And they don't know. So you get in there and make it happen. Orthopedic center, the same thing. Okay, back in my state, I stepped into an orthopedic center, and I was amazed. that I could also see a lot of extras there. And I've done this over and over to many hospitals. And I know what I'm talking about. The same thing with photography film. So you just step in. You don't need protocol, nothing. Get straight to the radiography unit. Ask for the attendants. Tell them, in fact, they'll be happy because those films there, it's becoming a nuisance to them. They need space. So they'll be willing to give them all up to you. And that's money for you. And I'm going to show you why that's money for you. All right. Now, things you will need in trying to extract from silver. Used or developed extra films. Used or developed extra films. Now, take a look at this. This is X-ray. I'm sure you're conversant with this. Yeah, when you go to the hospital, they take your pictures if you have bone issues and all of that, or if they want to see through into your body to know what's happening, they take these pictures. Okay, and these things, when they're done, they throw them away. But this is money. Now, when you take a look at the X-ray, take a look at this. You see all of these black spots? You see all of these black spots? This black region, rather? Now, all of these are all silver. That's silver looking at you. All of these spots. Now, when they pass through, then they pass this X-ray through their equipment, this is formed. The image is formed, and then silver is now depleted. Silver is now left behind in the film to rot. But because you're here, because you understand what this is about, you can now go get the film and then start your production immediately. You can imagine how much you will make getting so much of these extra films, because they are scattered everywhere. Some even burn them away. Now that's waste. That's waste. Okay, but for us, we're not going to waste money. We're not going to waste. We're not going to watch them waste money and throw them away. No, we'll go get them. The next thing you need is tap water. I'm sure you know tap water now. You have water in your houses. Water is everywhere. You even drink them. So this is one of the things you use too. Okay. The next thing, sodium hypochlorite. Forget about the name. It's just a big name. This is nothing. Actually, this is the domestic bleach. You've been buying Hypo, right? Good. That's what we're talking about. Domestic bleach, Hypo, and the rest, Jig. That's what we're talking about now. Domestic bleach. Okay. The next thing you need is sodium hydroxide. This is caustic soda. It's known as caustic soda. So don't bother yourself about all the big names here. And then another thing I want to tell you about the used X-ray, the X-ray film is this. There's a way we extract from unused X-ray films. I'm talking about used here. Now, many people run away from unused X-ray film because the thing is very hard to extract from there. But hey, I discovered a process that's even way easier than used X-ray films, and I've used it over and over, and it has worked. And I'm going to expose that to you, but that will be at the end, okay, of this video. All right. So how to extract from unused X-ray film. In fact, unused X-ray films contain a higher number of silver than used X-ray films. All right. So stick with me to the end. Okay. Then the next thing you need buckets, about 2 to 3 of them. That'll be cool. You need a measuring cylinder or a cup. This measuring cylinder comes with calibration, so you can be able to measure the quantity of solutions you'll be using. Okay, you need a digital scale. You see, digital scale is very unique because the normal scale can't give you the exact weight of what you should be using. And when it comes to precious metal silver extraction, we use digital scales. It gives us the reading in digits, and it's precise. Okay, now the extraction proper. I hope you're still with me. Okay, let's get heating. Let's get cracking. Boil at least 10 liters of water, the tap water or more, if you have many extra films to work on. Okay, and bring down the water after boiling and pour it into your first bucket. Okay, now pour tap water into another bucket and keep it aside. Now you have 2 buckets. Okay, the other one hot, the other one cold. Okay, and then add our sodium hypochlorite solution. Okay, add it the bleach, the domestic bleach, to the 10 liters of hot water and stir very, very well. Stir it very, very well. And once you've done that, you now add sodium hydroxide. That's the caustic soda. Okay, to the same hot water. Though this is optional, but you can still go ahead. I go ahead doing it. I enjoy it to go ahead and using it. Though it's optional, but it's also useful. Okay, okay, as a starter, but as you get along, you now realize how to do it even without sodium hydroxide, that's caustic soda. After that, you now cut the extra films in halves, okay, or leave them that way if you have a big tub, if you have a big bucket, or you leave them that way. So now when you cut them in halves, this is how they will look like. Okay, you see them? That's how they will look like when you cut them in halves. Alright, now next thing is that you dip the film into the hot solution one after the other till they become clear. It doesn't take time, just dip it and the silver on it depletes into the solution. So you see, the idea is that we deplete all the silver contents from the extra film into the solution. And so once you've done that, and you keep doing that, and then after you remove the extra from the solution, now dip the extra again into the tap water. You see, we add 2 buckets. When you dip it into the hot water, you remove it, dip into the cold, the warm water. Okay, the one at the room temperature, and then you put it there. The reason is because you want to rinse off the leftover silver, okay, in the extra films. All right, now when you do that continuously, this is what you get. All of the extra film becomes clear, so clear. This is what is used for spiral banding. If you know, if you've gone to stationery book stores, you see those stores used for spiral banding. This is what they use. So you can actually sell it off to stationery outfits, okay, and they'll buy from you. Okay, then that's what you get at the end of it. Keep both solutions covered overnight. All right. Now you're done. Now cover the both solutions overnight till morning. Now when it's morning, the next day you realize something. You will not see it. But when you start pouring the water out, you realize that a sludge or a mud has been formed under the bucket. Okay, it's been formed under the bucket. So now what you do next is that you pour the solution out slowly, leaving behind the mud that's in the bucket. Okay, sometimes I want to use a siphoning pump, but don't waste your time. Just pick your bucket, pour it off slowly. At the point you realize that the mud has settled beneath it. At that point, just stop and then get to the next stage. Now, when you're done, this is what you get. That's the sludge beneath the bucket. That's the mud beneath the bucket. Okay. Now, do the same thing to the tap water. Pour it out slowly, leaving the mud behind it. And when you're done, this is what you get. 2 buckets have been prepared and ready for proper extraction. This is the bucket with the bleach. Is the one with tap water. You can see the mud beneath them. Now that's money looking at you already. Okay, so what you do is you now pour both containers into the third container. Okay, pour the one from the tap water, the one from the bleach solution to the third container. Once you do that, rinse the 2 buckets, keep them aside. Remember I told you keep your corner always clean. And when we're done with that, cover the third container and then allow to settle for at least an hour. All right, let it settle properly. Once you've done that, don't forget that there was water left. Okay, the water you siphoned, you poured out. Don't throw them away. Just pour them out into another container and keep the water. Okay, keep the water for further usage. You keep using it to produce to extract from other X-ray until it can no more deplete silver from extra films. Then you throw them away. You throw it away rather. Okay, then now we come back after an hour to our third container, and what do? We siphon the water out, or we pour the water out slowly, leaving another set of mud. You see, you allow it to settle for 1 hour. Now the mud have settled perfectly well beneath it. Now you now pour water out. The idea is that we don't want water. We're trying to see how we can get our silver out. We don't need water. Understand? So you now pour the water out slowly, or you siphon it slowly out of it. And when I say siphoning, I simply mean, siphoning, there's what we call siphoning pump, which you put in the container and put in another container, and the pump now drags the water from the other container to this other container. That one might be so hard for you, so forget it. Just get your container and then pour the water out slowly. That one is quite easy. Okay, the next thing now, you have your mud. This is it. You've poured the water out, and this is what you have ready. Now, what next? Pour that mud you now have ready into a cloth bag. Now, you know how pap is produced now, akamo and you know how it's produced. At the point they pour it into a bag and then they tie it. Good. This the same thing you're going to do. Get a bag made of clothes. Even if it's not a bag, just get a cloth. Okay, pour your stuff in and then tie it together. The idea is that you want to drain the leftover waters. Okay, all right. You want to drain the leftover water, and be mindful. Please don't use the same net that's used for preparing pap. No, The reason is because silver can easily escape from those holes. Okay, so use a cloth material, okay, pour it in and then tie your mud this way and then hang somewhere close to you so that the water can start draining. Now, note this. The first set of water that will be draining will be dark. Okay, now that means that water contains silver. Now you don't want to lose your silver, so you have to put a bucket beneath it, and then you grab that first set of water. At the point the water becomes transparent, that means silver is no more escaping, but silver have perfectly settled in the cloth bag. So pour the water you've captured back into the bag, all right, and then put your container beneath it again so that it can drain off perfectly well. In just few minutes, all will be done, and the water will be completely drained. And what do you do next? Pour the mud now that's left in the clothes into a pot. All right, now what you want to do, you want to heat so that the remaining water can escape into the atmosphere. Okay, so you want to heat the mud right now, and as you keep heating, water will escape into the atmosphere, leaving behind what we call silver dust. Silver dust. All right, you remember the testimony from one of my students that showed a silver dust, and then she went on to go and melt it. Good. This is what she was showing us. This was what she was showing me. Okay, so this is silver dust. In fact, at this point in time, you are done with your extraction. Nothing again. This is it. You're done with your extraction, because this is what we call silver at its elemental state. Silver dust. This is what can be sold. This is what can be melted to get silver. Okay, so at this point, you're done. Like I said, you're done with silver recovery, and you can take this dust to a buyer who melt before you and buys it off at once at the silver price of the day for the day. But if you want to go ahead melting, no problem. I'm going to show you how to melt your silver. I have my student people that melt by themselves, and they're so good at it, and you too can do it. Okay, you can even do it. Keep your silver together, keep them, accumulating them, and you sell and make a whole lot of money. In fact, serious money. Okay, quickly then. To melt, you will need some few chemicals. You will need sodium carbonate, that's soda ash. Soda ash, let me just show you the pictures here. This sodium carbonate, soda ash is actually a cleansing agent. This is what cleans the leftover dates in your silver dust to produce the silver proper. So it clears up the remaining dates. And this is a cleansing agent. Is used. This actually the most reactive agent in detergents, okay, that washes off your clothes. So that soda ash is quite common. They use it in producing soap, liquid soap, and all of that. It's quite common. So this is what they use in melting. And another one is borax, used in melting. This is actually what brings out that shiny property in silver. Okay, all right. And you need a melting dish. Okay, the melting dish is needed because you need something strong enough to withstand heat, because silver melts at 1,400 degrees, and so you need something that can withstand such amount of heat. All right, so that you don't use your normal pot, but you use crucible. It's unique. Okay, all right then. And you need a map touch. There are actually two ways, okay, of melting: the map touch process and what I called my own process. Okay. You see, the map touch process is quite okay, but this is the truth about it. It's quite cumbersome, and it's quite expensive. To even buy a map touch is quite expensive. You see the way it is. You have to melt directly into a melting dish, and so it takes time and it's quite expensive. You don't need that. So as a way of trying to make sure that we get the best success out of this business, I invented my own way of melting, and it's very unique. Very amazing. Let me show you about that right now. This is from the map touch. We don't need that now. Take a look at my own way. You will like it, and it has worked for me. In fact, with this method, you can melt no matter the quantity of dust. But with map touch, you can only melt tiny amount, just few quantity at a particular time. All right, but with this one, you can melt no matter the amount of quantity you have. Now take a look at this. Let me explain this particular furnace for you. It's a melting furnace. Okay, I drew this so you can understand what it is. Now this is your charcoal pot. You see this? This is your charcoal pot. You know charcoal pot now, and the one they use in cooking, frying, and all of that. All right, this charcoal right inside of it. Okay, and once you've done that, this is your crucible, your melting dish. Okay, and then this is your silver dust in it, mixed with the right amount of soda ash. That's sodium carbonate, and then borax. You put it on top of the charcoal pot. Now this is an iron rod, linked to a blower, an electric blower. You know, electric blower now, the one we used in blowing up dirt from computers, from electronics. Okay, it's sold in any electrical shop. You can get it for a cheap price. So the essence of this electric blower is to send enough air into this charcoal, because it's the air that actually increases the heat, okay, the temperature of this charcoal to what is needed to melt our silver dust here. So you connect the blower to electric source. Once you've done that, introduce fire into the charcoal, allow it to burn for a while, then put on the electric source. The blower starts sending air into the charcoal. Now notice why we use this iron rod, because the blower is actually plastic in nature. We can't take it close to the fire, if not it will melt. So we use iron rod to connect it to the charcoal pot, and so it sends enough air, and before you know it, in just 20 minutes, this substance begins to heat. Begins to heat. Amazing. And begins to boil like water. You'll be amazed that this dust is actually boiling like water. Now, what does that tell you? It tells you that this thing wasn't dust in the first place. It was actually metal, because dust cannot melt, but it is metal that melts. So it melts into liquid, and once that happens, you only use your rod to make sure that you stir it well, and it becomes red hot. Once it becomes red hot, you pour it out, and once you pour it out into a container, you should realize that it becomes kind of solid. In just 3 minutes, it becomes solid again. Instead of becoming what it was before, dust, it becomes solid. So what you do, you just use hammer and then hit it. Now, why are you hitting it? Because as it becomes solid, it becomes darkish in nature. Now the silver is captured right inside of it. So you break the darkish substance. That darkish substance is actually the dirt. And once you break it open, you find your sweet shiny silver right inside of it. Right inside of it. Pure as it could be. This is our silver. Awesome. Amazing. Amazing. Now we've gotten our silver, but that's not the end. This silver is useless without you selling it. Okay? Yes, it's of your use now. You keep silver in your house. Of what use is it? You have to sell it. You have to exchange it for value. The value it is. In fact, silver is valuable on its own. In fact, it's a means of exchange. So me, I don't say I sell silver. I simply say I exchange it to its monetary terms. Okay? So that's it. Now, how to sell the silver we've extracted. Before you do that, you need to be able to determine the silver price for the day. Understand? You need to know how much that silver is worth before the buyer even buys from you. So that you know how much you're expecting, not someone to just give you the amount of money. So you need to know. So how do you know that? There's a website we use. Okay, you go to www.goldrate24.com, and then you check the silver price for the day. When you go there, search for Nigeria, and then Nigeria comes up. You see the gold price and silver price. Go search for silver price, search for Nigeria, and then to bring out the price for you in naira, and it will give you the price in grams, in ounces whatsoever. But check the price in grams. That's quite understood. It's easy to understand that. Check it in grams, and then you get to know the price. And then when you go over to your buyer, you know how much it's going to give you. That's awesome. That's amazing. So that if you, let's take a look at this right now. This is how the side looks like. Okay, you see now, it says 1 ounce gold in naira. Now, that's just an advertisement. That's what we're looking for. Now look at our home, what we're looking for here. Metal is silver, right? Silver. Now in the units we're talking about is in grams. Now it says the amount of 1 gram. Look at our carat. The carat is 100. That means the highest level of purity. Yes. Currency is Nigeria. And the price for 1 gram here is 175 naira. Now, what does that tell you? It simply says it tells you that if you add up to a kg, you've gotten 175,000 naira. Are you together? So if you have 2 kg, You know how much that is? Now imagine if you were able to extract 5 to 10 kg. And you're talking in millions. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. And I extract much quantities monthly, weekly. So you can also do it. It's quite achievable. All right? It's quite achievable. That's what we're talking about. This business is profitable and you will like it the way it is. Okay then. Now, but you must understand the 3 types of buyers we have. 3 types of buyers we have. Be very careful of this type of buyers. Number 1 is the below spot buyer. These guys that buy below the spot price for the day. Okay. The next spot buyers are those who buy at the spot price of the day. These 2 guys, that is where the Malams and the Abokis are fall into. Alright, they buy below spot buyers, most of them buy at the spot price of the day. But you see, the third guys are the amazing guys. They buy above the spot price. So they are both spot buyers. Yes, you will like them. So then how do you locate this sort of buyers? Quickly. How to get these buyers? Wonderful. Now, when it's time for you to sell your silver, we help our students sell their silver. Now, that's our number. Okay? We give you our buyers. We give you the best buyers fit for your location for you to go sell your silver. And that's very awesome. That's wonderful. And so, when it's time for you to make your sales, let us know. And then we'll give you the buyer for your location that's close to you. Or then we help you, if you're close to us, we help you get someone that matches for you, pays you cash, and you go home with your money. And from that moment on, it becomes quite easy for you to get along in the business. Do your stuff, go home with your buyers, keep making your money, and sometimes you won't forget about us. Because most of my students have forgotten about me. They go along, make their money. Alright, so at this point, this is how far I can go in this presentation. I've showed you all you need to know about extracting from extra themes. I know I have a lot of questions coming through. I know Mr. Pat will want to handle some questions. Okay, so sir, I'm still here, and I'll be willing to take up questions from anybody or group of people that want to send them across. Once again, thank you for the opportunity. I'm most grateful. I'm most privileged, sir. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Wow. While you were just saying all those things, I was just nodding my head and like, man, this is powerful. This is like a practical business, just like e-com business, many importation business that I've been teaching for close to a decade now. Like, it's a practical business, not some screen kind of thing. Something you have to touch, go here, do this, and boom, you have a result. So thank you, Mr. Ubong Rex, for that awesome presentation. But please don't go, because we'll have something. I have tons and tons of questions already coming in that I want to pose to you. You have to answer them, because my people have to be, 101% satisfied today, right? So, but before I bring you on again, but please just hang on. Before I bring you on again, there's something very, very important I want to talk about. Very, very important. If you've been coming to my trainings and online presentations like this, you must have noticed that I do something 99% of people don't do. And that is because I love my people more than every other person would do. Good. So you talked about starting this business, because my concern is about how do we start this business. If it's about 100,000, 500,000, a million naira, then I shouldn't be here, because I don't like all these businesses start with thousands of naira. Yeah, I have over 200,000 people in my subscriber list. Yeah, a lot of them have money. I have millionaires. Might even have billionaires. Yeah, but then I think I focus more on those guys who have nothing. They just have themselves and their God. Like, they want to start their business from where they are. Sometimes without nothing, and sometimes with the smallest capital you can ever imagine. Imagine starting with 10 to 20,000. As a matter of fact, that's what people have been asking me. What business can I start with? 10, 20,000 naira, because I'm an orphan, I'm this, I'm that, I'm cost from my village, blah, 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 blah. But the truth is, they do not have the capital. So, I think one of the things that attracted me to this business and that made me bring you on here, Mr. Rex, is because you talked about, the business. You've been able to start with even 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira. Not like you can start with 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira, but because the lowest entry point, 10,000 naira, I know my people, a lot of persons in my over 200,000 list, and a lot of them listening to this presentation today will be interested. Yeah. So, talking about starting this business with 10,000, 20,000. I mean, a lot of people want to start this business, but then there's something that keeps bugging them. How much will I make with this, my small capital? That's the most important thing, because if you were able to even start with 1,000 naira, you don't make anything, that doesn't make sense, right? So lots of questions I think will be flowing through their mind right now is, how much do I make starting with 10,000 to 20,000 naira? So let's do the mathematics. I love doing mathematics. If you've been on my training before, you understand. So let's do the mathematics here. Okay. If we're to do the mathematics, liquid waste, 1,500 naira per 25 liters. So 100 liters, which is what's a reasonable, quantity you can start with, should be 6,000 naira. Then 2 kg chemical, the chemical he mentioned while in his training, is about 2.4. And he told me that, man, you can actually get that cheaper. 2.4 is the price, you just get it if you walk into any store, but he has the code to get it even 100% cheaper, 50% cheaper, right? But let's work with 2.4 right now. Then, scale and measuring cylinder, and as you can see, he has an asterisk there. He said, you can actually start without them, but he sincerely and wholeheartedly advise you get them, but you can actually start without getting them, especially if you're, in a very low budget. You can actually get the business going without getting them, right? But he advised you get them, as a matter of fact. That's why it has asterisks there. So that should even cost you 5k, which is not even more. And then total, this is about 13.4. And that means without the 5k, it should be less than even 10,000 naira. This is actually getting very, very, sweet. Very, very sweet, yeah? Very, very sweet. So, what about how much you can make from this, your 13.4, less than 10,000 naira investment? If you're broke and you can't afford 10,000 naira, please don't stop coming for my training, stop coming for my online presentation. It costs me a lot of money to bring on these people to come and talk to you, alright? If they are to talk to you, on a normal ground, they will charge you 20, 50, 60,000 naira. But I know, don't worry, I know how to get these people with all the reputations and integrity I've built over the years. I know how to get them, and then I force them to come and talk to my people. I know what to tell them, I won't tell you, right? So, what about how much you can make from this? What about how much you can make from this, alright? Such rich wastes, assuming you follow every processes here, and maybe you have access to him to ask him questions to verify how rich a waste is. Such rich waste can yield around 200 to 250 grams of silver. And he told me in confidence that 250 is actually the lowest. But I said, let's go with the worst condition, right? And he said 250 is actually the worst condition. So let's just run 250 grams of silver. With silver at 177 per gram, what it is as of today, right? 250 gram will be 177 by 250. That's 44,250. You're spending less than 10,000 naira and you are getting this. And this is happening in less than 48 hours. In less than, as he said, it's a day and a half. And he said for him, it doesn't even take up to a day, but he's assuming these guys don't know anything about silver. They've not tried this before. So let him, give them, a worst case scenario. 44,250. Now, is this some kind of theory like we're just talking off our head? No, this is one of the students who have actually gone through this after watching a training just like you and taking up his, premium courses. He has a lot of premium courses they charge, 6 figures for, right? But then you can't charge my people 6 figures. It's never possible. This is actually the WhatsApp message there. And my guy is actually a WhatsApp person here, unlike me. That means he can even give you access to his WhatsApp, so to reach him and ask him questions. Awesome. He's not even from Nigeria. He's not ruled by our almighty president, right? And this is a lady, as you can see the picture. They said, okay, let's drop all that. He said 40,600. Lol, I'm happy for you. How much did the Sahid pay? You said 40,600. Probably he started this with less than 10,000, and this is how much he made. And this is even possible. It's possible, within a day and a half. Imagine you making 40,600 every day and a half. It's crazy. It's crazy. Alright? And this whole process takes just 1.5 days. and 1.5 days. Now imagine, what if you have 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira, and 200,000 naira, or even more, even a million naira to put into this? Because from my experience, I've noticed that people they don't put money into businesses they're not sure of. But if they have a business they are sure of, they can invest anything there. People have money. Yeah, so imagine you are putting 50,000. We just did an experiment with 10,000 naira, less than 10,000 naira. Imagine you are putting 50,000 naira, 100k, and 200k. I mean, with the 50k, you'll be doing 165k in 1 day and a half. With your 100k, you'll be doing 330k in 1 day and a half. And this can continue going just like that. These things can be done in 1.5 days, right? Now, imagine that. It's very crazy, right? Then, what if there's a way to further have Mr. Obong Rex guide you through every bit of the process? Now, one thing people don't like is making mistakes. Oh, if I try this thing you've taught us here, I might go ahead and make mistakes. I don't want that to happen to me. Yeah, I've tutored over, more than over 200,000 people have actually been hearing from me over the past 10 years. So you should expect and know that I know what most people feel, especially people who are income earners and they want to increase their income level, right? They are afraid of, how much am I going to lose here? I don't want to lose any money. And you shouldn't know Mr. Pat and then you're losing money. So then what if there's a way to further have Mr. Obong Rex guide you through every bit of the process? Every bit of the process. Would you be interested? Would you be interested? Would you be interested? Now, you would be interested if you don't want to make mistakes, right? If you don't want to lose money, you'll be interested. You will get access to all the point and keep contacts and avoid gambling your time and money. Alright? Crazy, somebody's saying it's a party off the roof today. Well, that's me all the time. So if you have all those things, if you have him guiding you closely, whatever you are, whether you're in Kafanchan, Nigeria, whatever, outside the country, so long you have internet access, fine, he can guide you. So that you can jump all the trial and errors and go straight to earning spree. So, it doesn't even end there. You learn gun in the head, never face strategies of having people beg you and pay before you even extract. Because it's not even possible, it's not even, wise. You are doing all the extraction, having all the silver stored in your house, and then you're not able to sell anyone. But this person is going to guide you through all the process and help you sell. This is crazy as far as I'm concerned. And that's what practically doing for you. No matter where you are in the world, no matter your financial status, remember you can start with 10,000 naira. Same thing he did for these folks. Me, I love success stories. What have you got to prove to me that people have actually used these strategies and they've been able to make money off it? Well, I forced him to show me some of them. He's a very secluded person, right? And then this is some of them. This is just a post he made on Facebook on his page. And somebody said, I'm a living testimony to this business. I've done it and it's worth trying once again. And then there are tons and tons of other, testimonials. Tons and tons of them. I actually, just, kept my cool. Okay. Yeah, this is one of them. Mr. Silver Watts, my silver worth of 129,000 to Mr. Said in Ibadan. My God will continue to help you and your family. Please, blah, 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 blah. But what we know is that this dude is onto something crazy, because if 129,000 naira for a day and a half job, it's easy, he wouldn't sound this ecstatic. Now imagine this other guy, bossing money, 40,600 naira. Now these are motionless testimonials. Anybody can fake them, even though this is 1,000% legit. I snapped this myself from his phone, so I know what I'm talking about, right? So, but then we have people who talked about this with, themselves. They mentioned this themselves, and I'm gonna be just popping in their video here so you see that these two guys, even a woman, attended this training amidst all doubts, and now they are killing it, and they are doing really, really well. So listen to them and see why you can't do this, especially when Mr. Rex Obong is right behind your back, guiding you through the process. Listen, take a listen. Yeah.
Okay, hello, ma. Good evening to you. You're part of this seminar.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
I was part of the seminar.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, what can you say about the seminar?
Well, it was an awesome experience. The seminar was okay. We were taught how to extract silver from waste.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you learned a whole lot, right?
I learned a whole lot.
So, were you happy with part of this seminar?
I was very, very happy.
That's wonderful. So, you can go out there now and make it.
Yes, sir.
Really, that's awesome. So, what message you have to the team population out there? What message you have for them?
Well, I want other people to come into this business because it's something that is profitable and you can make money out of it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for the time. What's the name once again? Sorry.
My name is Mr. Kanabasi.
Thank you so much once again. You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay. So, what's your name?
I am Solomon Otaro by name.
Okay, Mr. Solomon. From where, sir?
Actually, I'm from Delta, but I'm based in.
Okay. Welcome. So, what do you have to say about the seminar?
Well, from the beginning, I was thinking that it's a scam. That's just the truth. I was thinking that it's a scam. But I started following Rest Up. I was listening to his videos. I was following him up on the internet. I made my payments. The videos came for the seminar. When I got these videos for the seminar, I looked at it. I said, what did this man even do? What's his problem? He said he said he doesn't run seminars always. But this one, I want to run seminar. Fine, let's follow him up.
Okay.
And I paid for the seminar. I came to Lagos because of the seminar. I've been around for 1 week now. Wow. I waited till today to make sure that I attended the seminar. And I traced this place when I came in, it was reality. Okay. Now, what I'm trusting God is that for what I have learned today, to be able to put it into practice, I begin to make money like this gentleman who started it.
You will.
That's just my ultimate aim.
You'll be a living testimony.
Yeah.
Okay, so what advice do you have to give to people out there?
Well, I will want as many people as possible to log into this opportunity. For those of us who thought it was scam before, we announced to all of them that it's not. It is real. Follow Rest Up, and God helping us, we begin to make money.
All right.
Through the practice that we've just seen today.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
It's a pleasure.
Nice to have you, Mr. Solomon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.
The parts in those two testimonials that taught me most about that guy is that he felt everybody is a scam, everybody online. I mean, I've been online for over 10 years, so I exactly know what he's talking about. Like, even till date, people still believe you're a scam. I mean, Facebook is not a scam. If they're in America and they send them a message, they connect them with their friends and they walks out and do this. But then because you in Nigeria, there's a Nigerian name in this country, you're a scam. Well, who am I to question them? That's by the way. Well, one good question I think that is going through everybody's mind right now, that's actually going through my mind right now. How would you let Rex Obong Rex do same thing for you? I mean, I don't like testimonials being very far from me. I like it being around me, right? How would you like him do the same thing for you? Because I forced him to put up something very crazy, right? If you've been on my list for some time, you understand that I try as much as I can to beat out the best offer from my students. Yeah, please. There are lots of questions still coming in. Keep them cool. He's still here. Yeah, Mr. Rex Obong, you're around, I know. We'll make our time to take a couple of those questions, and then we'll make our time. A lot of them are just pumping in questions, and they are very valid questions that you need to really answer. But just chill, we'll get to that. Okay, I've actually forced him to put up something I've tagged. I mean, something. I mean, it's not easy just coming. It's not cool. Come and teach you, and then we go. No, I want you to get the best of him, so that if he's calling first to 1 to 5 of his successful students, then my students should be 4 of those 5, right? That's actually what I do, and it's been working for me. So I've forced him, to do something. I've tagged something. A lot of us are actually very keen about this same thing. What is it? What is it? Look at the question. This part. Please let us have this. Let us have this. You're whetting our appetite. Yes, I want to whet it because I actually want a lot of people to leave. If you can leave, please leave, so you will miss this out. So I forced him. I forced Mr. Rex Obong to do something I've tagged Silver Cash Blueprints. As you can see, the background is full of silver. That is the same thing, the same silver you extract locally here from waste, like if showed you how, can do for you, right? And in this blueprint, remember I called it the Silver Cash Blueprint, SCB for short. And in this blueprint, Mr. Rex is going to, one, give you access to his VIP Telegram group. So that first, he asks you to this Telegram group, and he calls it Silver Cash Telegram group, and it's going to last for 35 days. That means if you get access now, you're going to get access for 35 days. So you can get updates. I mean, any business without updates is the dead business. You would be 1,000 years behind, thinking you are forward. Whereas people who get updates are out there doing great things. Alright? You get updates, news, and further get help with the business. And asking direct questions. That's the most important thing. If you've been close to me, you understand how this is very important in business. And you learn the 7 dons of this business. Do any of these 7 dons and you are out of business. No matter how much, intelligent you think you are. And if you want to just go and learn this from him, it's valued at 35,000 naira. Then the second one is low budget secrets. You learn how you can kickstart on a low budget with as little as 10K. So you have no excuse whatsoever not starting this business, except you just want to continue making flimsy excuses. Oh, my daughter that I'm yet to born in the next 10 years just died today, and so I don't have 10K, blah blah blah. That's the only reason you wouldn't make headway with this. He shows you how to play in that league too without doing anything different. That is if you have more than 10K. Like if you have more than 10K, like he explained how you can, like I explained how you can do with 10K and then 20, 50, 100, 1 million. I mean, this is for big guys. If you have that and not just 10K, it fits in here too. It shows you how you can play profitably in that league without doing anything different. And this is valued at 10,000 naira. That means if you want to come for that, just that, yeah. And then he will give you something he calls the silver sourcing strategies. You learn how to source for waste containing silver, like a pro. And you'll be shocked you'll be shocked to discover how they are all around you. Maybe the next building, the next shop, the next right beside your place has this silver, and you've been looking at it wasting. Most of them throw it away, and you've been looking at it not knowing that they can make you money, right? And this is valued at 25,000 naira. And then he shows you how to make sure you get the best pricing for your waste without being run over by opportunities. In any case, you need to buy the waste. In some cases, you need to pay for them. I mean, you buy them cheap, yeah? He shows you how to get the best pricing so you don't waste your money and, having yourself run over by opportunities. Yeah, opportunities. Something they throw away all this while, and because you signal interest, and then they want to make all the money, their salaries, their job did not pay them from that. That won't happen to you because Obong Rex, and of course Mr. Pat, who knows Mr. Obong Rex. Alright, and this is valued at 5,000 naira. And then he shows you the 2 easiest techniques to test for the presence of an amount of silver in your waist even before you even pay. Crazy. Miss this and you will never make headway. And this is valued at 7.5. More goodies. And then how and where to get other chemicals needed for this business for very cheap price. Even with as little as 1,000 naira, you can get these chemicals. And this is valued at 5K. And then how to determine the total profit you made from a waste even before making a purchase. It's crazy. So that if you determine it, if you check it, and then it's not profitable for you, you stop even buying the waste. So you don't get to lose any money at all. I mean, I've not seen any business like this. Crazy. Then the internationally accepted way of calculating your profits in grams. Crazy. Crazy. In grams, kilograms, and ounce. Mastery of this skill sets you apart in the business, and you can never be run over by anybody. Valued at 5K. If you just walk up to him on a good day, he's chilling somewhere in the beach and say, Mr. Rex, I want to learn this. I say, okay, just give me 5K, put it in my pocket and then we can flow. And he just tells you that. But here, you're getting it for next to nothing, but it's valued at 5,000 naira. And then a smart way to make sure all silver in your waist is completely recovered, because you can get silver that's supposed to give you 1 million naira waste and then you end up recovering 400,000 naira waste. You've lost it on Reiki. But then it shows you how you can extract all the waste in the silver without losing the dime. Valued at 5,000 naira. And then how to turn your liquid waste into dry silver dust for melting. Crazy. Valued at 10K. This is something that I even encouraging him to write. I mean, create a course on so they can sell for 50,000 naira, 60,000 naira. Yeah, but here you're getting it at this price. Crazy price. Then the complete melting process and how to turn your silver dust into a sweet, shiny silver of 99.9% purity. Also, how you can skip the process. Yes, there are melters who would be willing to melt for you for just 1K. I like cutting corners for the right reason, and this is what it shows you in this very one. And it's valued at 5,000 naira, right? All of it? No. Still more goodies. Then he shows you gun to the head, kick butt tactics of selling your silver far beyond the international price. And now you two can meet with this special kind of buyer. That means he knows what the international people do. Was it obtainable international market? And then he gives you a reason to sell your silver even more. Crazy, 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 crazy. Then how to turn a tiny portion of your silver into pure silver jewelry, like necklace, rings, etc. for sale, personal use. And then I can even bet you have silver, but then you don't know, maybe somewhere in Mexico have actually turned that and sent it to you, and you bought it and you are posting everywhere. But what if you learn how you can do that yourself? Crazy, right? Then the secret of maintaining a steady supply of waste, thereby maintaining a constant flow of income. Steady supply of waste equals to constant flow of income. That's valued at 5,000 naira. Now, if you calculate all these values in red, you get about 152,500 naira. But I'm a very crazy person. If I allow him to charge you this, and you will make more than this even in one day, less than 2 hours, right? But then it would be a dishonor to me as a grand commander and somebody who over 200,000 people hear from, allowing them just fall to him like this. No, I held him at the point where he said no. I said no, you can't do this to my people. You can't charge them 150,000 naira. So what I gave him an instruction, and you must follow that instruction. That was what I told him, and my instruction was very straightforward. For the first 24 persons, then they would end up showing me that they are very, very serious, right? If I say 100 persons, that means they might not be saying after this 100 is plenty. But then 24 persons, serious persons. After the 24 persons, he does whatever he wants to do. And he actually told me what he would do, right? First 24 persons, no jumping within the next 24 hours from now. Look at your time. From now, right? We'll pay 24,995 instead of the 152,500 naira. You just pay 24,995. And that's just about 80% discount. Whooping 80% discount. But then, don't be carried away by that discount. It's only for just the first 24 persons. After which the price slightly increases automatically to 45K, and that's what he wants. That's the price he actually agreed. But I said, no, this is what we'll do. Instead, let 24% get it at 24,995. After that, you can then increase it to 45,000 or whatever you want. You might even be surprised to see the price after 24% increase more than 25,000. So you're not paying 150,500 today. Right today, you're paying just 24,995 for the first 24%. No jumping within the next 24 hours. They will get all those things, right? Access to VIP, blah blah blah, low budget secrets, silver sourcing strategies, and how to make sure you get the best price, and a whole lot. I actually forced him. I asked him, is there anything you hide from people you've been teaching that you put it here? And he made sure he put all of these things here, right? And these are the things you are getting in this offer, right? These are the things you are getting in this offer. So click on the link that showed up somewhere on the screen. So right now there's a link somewhere on your screen. If you're on a mobile phone, it's right below this, presentation video window, right? Video. If you're on a PC, it's by the right hand side. So whatever, click on that link down. maybe it's bouncing or it's not. Even if it's not bouncing for you, depending on your device, just click on the link and it will take you to where to take advantage right now, so you don't get to battle with, oh, it's remaining 1 or remaining 2, oh, the price is now 45k, price now 65k. You don't want that to happen to you. So click on the link that just showed up somewhere on your screen. Or, well, if you don't want that, maybe you're watching this elsewhere. I don't know how your device works. Just pop out your browser and type in www.ecomtycoon.com/scb. ecomtycoon.com/scb. Ecom Tycoon is ecomtycoon.com/scb, and it will take you to the page, a very unique page that keeps updating itself. After 24%, it changes to 45,000 or even more, and then keep changing like that. If you click on that link right now, you will see a page like this, right? There are 2 options here, so that you don't even have any option, any excuse whatsoever, except you are full of excuses. You are those people, my plexi-tent would call lazy youths. You are not, of course, that's why you are watching to this point, right? So you have 2 options here. The first option is to do a bank transfer, *737, whatever way, however you want to do it. Send the said amount, 24,995, to the account details shown on the screen right now. And after that, it is not enough. You have to send an email to scb@ecomtycoon.com, so that within the next 5 hours, you will be sure, as a matter of fact, it's less than 5 hours, you'll be sure of getting, access to this blueprint, right? But then, if you're like me, who doesn't love waiting? You want you don't want to even talk to anybody. You want to pay and boom, get access immediately. You want to use the second option. That's about clicking on a link to get to a company pay stack approved by CBN. All right. And the funny thing is, it works anytime, even at 12 midnight. All right. 100% protected and safe and CBN approved. So you just get access instantly, no wasting. So you click on the link and you pay with your card. Is 100% secure, 1001% secure. Those guys actually got the people behind that pay stack actually got grants worth millions of dollars. So if they're not 100% safe, they wouldn't get that, as a matter of fact, right? So if you click on that link, right, they click here to pay online link, you get to a page like this. What you need to do here, put your first name, last name, email address, phone number, and the phone number is necessary. Make sure you don't make any mistakes in the phone number, so that if there's any issue, we can only reach you on phone. Sometimes some things demand that you reach somebody instantly, not just email, but phone number. So once you do that, you click on Pay Now, and when you click on Pay Now, you get the option of paying via your card, where you put in your card number, 16-digit number in your card, and then the expiry date, and then see if you can click on Pay Now, pay 24,995 now, and then, or you can use the bank option here, or the GTB 773 option. Yeah, if it is GTB 773 option, a number will show on your screen once you click on GTB 737. Right? Not this number, but the number will show on your screen, a very unique number. So once you dial that number on your phone, you must be a GTB user to use this. Once you dial that number on your phone, the money is removed from the GTB account immediately, and the page will be redirected. I'll get to that redirecting point. And that option is using the bank. You can use the bank here and choose your bank here. Just few banks, they work with few banks, and fill in the details, and boom, the money is removed from your bank account. Just that amount of money. They can't even add extra ₦1, else they will close down. I don't want to close down because of 24,995. Yeah, so they are 1001% safe, right? So once you do that, whichever way you pay, whether by bank or whatever, if it's by bank, if it's by deposit, I send you a link which you click to bring you to this page. But if you pay by using those internet options, the pay stack option, right, you automatically click on a link that brings you to a page that looks like this, and it looks like this upon successful payment, right? And then you see thanks for your payments. Fill in your details below and click on Get Access, and then you put in your name and your email and click on Get Access. And once you do that, you get you're registered. Now check your email for more details. Check the spam too if it's not in the inbox, right? And then when you check your email and it's there, you see something like this, an email from me, blah 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 blah, and then I give you the link to click to get into the blueprint page. Even if it's I don't know where you are, what the time is for you, wherever you are in the world, you click on it midnight, and then you are getting access. You are using the second option. And the funny thing, international payments can be paid through the second option, the pay stack option. Yeah. So when you click on that link, you get access, you go in there, you do as you like, ask questions, you get our contact details, blah, 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 blah. right? So that is actually how it goes. And now you're left with two options: do nothing and do not take up this rare offer, which is 100% risk-free, or putting up this small investment today compared to what you get in return and just give it a shot. If you do now, I assure you it will be a wise choice that would sure affect your life positively. And when I say this, I mean it with every ounce of every life in me, right? I know it's going to affect your life positively. However, if you decide not to join us, it won't be fine. I wouldn't even like that you don't join us, yet you want something that will help you add another income stream to your your kitty. Then you ignore this. I won't be fine. It won't be cool, right? But then it's a choice, and you have all the whatever to make your choice. It's a choice. But remember, for just 24,995, and for the first 25 persons who are getting it right now, I can see some best people are already getting it now. Yeah. I know that's actually it's gonna be, but my fear is, will the 25 slot last? Please, it's up to you. So for the first 24 persons who jump in within the next 24 hours from now, they will get all these things listed here. Awesome. Just take your time and go through this. They are wonderful. I forced him to bring this to you. It doesn't offer this anywhere, right? It doesn't offer this anywhere. And all of these things are worth over 152,500 naira. But you're getting it for 24,995. That is only if you click on the link that just showed up somewhere on your screen right now, or go to ecomtycoon.com/SCB. And if you do that right now, about now at this presentation, right? You will get access to three, not one, not two, three super bonuses that will get you so excited. And if it gets you so excited, you'll be like these guys on the screen right now. Like you will feel like going naked, right? But don't go naked. It's not advisable. I don't want that. Yeah. And what are the bonus like? Bonus 1, Special Business Connect. We connect you with other students of ours, other students of Rex, especially in this particular business, in your area. So if you stay in Najambari, you connect with people around you, so you can work together, network, and succeed in your area with this business. This is amazing. It's amazing, Abi. So, and this is what 25K, if you want him to connect you outside the software, you want to go to him and tell him, oh, connect me with that, blah, blah, blah. He said, 25K, give me, and boom, I connect you. 25K value, right? And then bonus 2, award-winning book. He calls it The Breakthrough Exposition to the Silver Extraction Business by Rex Obong. You get access for free the digital version of Mr. Obong's Red Award-winning book on silver extraction. This book is worth 10K. He actually stopped selling it because he said he wanted to focus on more about seminars. So I forced him to get this, add this, so it will make a lot of sense for you, right? And then the bonus number 3 is 6 months free mentorship. He said he's going to do it for 2 months. I said, no, this is Mr. Park talking. You're going to do it for 6 months. So I increased that. And then he told me, I charged at 5K for one-on-one, 3 hours one-on-one mentoring. Now imagine for a whole month. I mean, so I said, don't do the calculation to piss you off. But the truth is, this is 180,000 naira value, and you are getting it for free if you take advantage right now. I mean, these 3 special bonuses, you are getting it for free if you take advantage right now. So I call it the presentation only bonus. Like if you order later and you happen to be among the 4 persons, you get every other bonus. But for this, if you order in the course of this presentation, you're getting it for free. So the bonuses combined are valued at 25K plus 10K plus 180K. That's 215,000 naira. Just the bonuses. So altogether, you are getting 152,500 naira, which is what you get in the course, the real value of the course, plus 215,000 naira in value. That's, amounts to 367,500 naira for just 24,995 if you take advantage right now. But that's only if you've act fast right now and join the 24%. So take advantage right now. Go to the link below or by the side of this presentation. And if that doesn't show up for you, pop out your browser, go to ecomtycoon.com/SCB. Now, let's think of it this way. If all this offer do for you is help you build a business that generates at least 350K for you weekly, remember, You can do 40K in 1.5 hours. You can even do 165K in 1.5 hours. So it's just about you, right? It depends on how you want to take it. Imagine if all this business for you is 350K per week, would it be worth it? How many bankers earn that 350K per week, not per month? A lot of them earn 80K, 150K, 200K per month, per 30 days, but per week. Would it be worth it? If it makes you never feel the effects of the wicked government in your country, would it be worth it? If it make you live a peaceful and improved lifestyle, would it be worth it? Right? If yes, then you have no option, no reason that to take advantage. Now, go to the link below or by the side of this presentation, or simply type in ecomtycoon.com/SCB. Yes, you should have questions, right? You should have questions. Okay, now I will take just a couple of questions. There are 4 resounding questions that almost every questions are revolving around. I will just ask Mr. Obong right now to hit me up with a question, and then we'll answer. I'll get him to answer them, and then if in any way we don't answer yours specifically, don't worry. Every question we don't answer will automatically be directed to our email, and we'll take our time and give you a detailed response. But for now, I'll bring in on Mr. Rex Obong. Remember, I told you he should still be around, so you can answer this question. And after that, that will be all for the event. So thank you. But Mr. Rex have 4 wicked questions for you. So if you're ready, let's go there on the question section. Awesome. Rex, Mr. Rex Obong, you are around, right?
Yeah, I'm here, sir.
I can see you.
Yeah.
That was a very powerful presentation there. But then,
thank you so much.
My people, I can see them even from here, where they are nodding their head. They've had a lot of questions, but I could summarize those questions into about 4, 5, or 6 of them, so you can answer them. So
Okay.
don't drag this presentation long, so that if they have further questions, anyone who don't answer, they would have to now. It will automatically direct to our email. So you take out your time and give them a reply. But there are majorly 4, 5, 6 questions that are, resounding, that almost every other question revolve around. And the first one there is, how much can one start with? I know you've actually talked about this in the course of the training, but how much can one start with? On the minimal level.
Okay. Yeah, it's very simple. Like I say and I keep saying, you can start with 10,000 naira. And it's very easy. 10,000 naira, you can start it. I think this is one of the business that doesn't need much capital, and it's so nice because anybody can begin. If you can raise money for airtime, I'm sure you can raise money for 10,000.
Awesome. I love that line. I love that line. If you can raise money for airtime, you can raise money for this business. That seals it. As a matter of fact, you don't need to even you don't need to go further. Okay, the next question there is how large is the market? For me personally, that question also bothered me. How large is the market? Who are the buyers? Who are the buyers? Somebody even asked, what do they do with the silver? But that's none of their business. So even if they are eating the silver, my own is to produce cost of it and then sell to them, right? So somebody asked, how large is the market? Who are the buyers? And how do I locate and sell to them? How large is the market? Who are the buyers? How do I locate and sell to them?
In fact, let me bring this to the understanding of everyone that we're dealing with precious metal here. Okay, precious metal, and silver is a precious metal.
And I told them in the introduction that Jesus Christ will sell for 30 shekels of the same silver we are talking about.
Exactly.
That explains how precious the silver can be. Silver is very
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. In fact, the market is so wide. The funny thing is that we are unable to supply these buyers the much silver they need. We are unable to supply them, and that's why it's needed. In fact, it's necessary for people to step into the business. And let's see if we can do that from Nigeria as a whole. You see, we have few sellers of this silver, and you can't satisfy the hunger of these buyers. And the buyers they are all available. They are around here, and you won't know. You won't know. The guy on your street might even be a buyer.
Even be the buyer. Yes. You're correct. You're correct. Now,
so that's why this training is necessary, so that you get to know the buyers and then go sell your silver.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Then one other question said, are there buyers in my area? Well, I don't even know where the person lives, but let's assume the person lives in Ojota or he lives in Ajegunle, right? Are there buyers? I can even answer that question. Well, it shouldn't be about buyers in your area. I mean, the person asking this question should be more like, I mean, all the things I have bought in my life, did I get them from my area? This is internet age. I mean, it has even gone out of the jet age, where you can, switch your phone and then you can order for an item. Somebody in Kafanchan will deliver the next day. I mean, it's internet and everything is very simple. So, if there are buyers in your area, that's not the most important. The most important thing is that you know how to use the internet and then access these buyers and sell to them. I think the internet, solves that for us. So I think I've answered that for you, Mr. Rex. Now, there's one crazy question here. There's one crazy question. Even with the female testimonial I shared, we shared the video from one of your, high ticket trainings you've had, right?
Okay.
One of them is actually a woman, giving you a testimonial. And then somebody's asking, can a woman do this business? And then he concluded with saying, what if she's pregnant? I mean, can a woman do this business?
In fact, let me surprise you. I went to Makurdi one day for a conference, and whenever I go to different locations, I try to step out and source for West because I know they will definitely be around there. And when I went to one of those places, and Makurdi, and I asked if they could give me West, they said, yeah, they have them available. They have the West available, but they have someone who comes to pick it up from Kaduna to Makurdi, and she's a lady.
Wow!
And I was like,
from Makurdi to Kaduna.
Yes, from Kaduna to Makurdi, you can imagine that. Yeah, so she picks it up. Now, you know the funniest thing there? Those living in Makurdi don't even know that money is actually there, and someone from Kaduna comes all the way to get the money. She's a lady, so ladies can do it. Ladies can do it, and if you're pregnant,
as a matter of fact, they want always telling us that whatever a man can do, women can do better. So why is it different in this case? All right. Okay. The next question is, can I do it in my compound or do I need an office?
No. You don't need an office. Come on, you can do it in your compound. In fact, the way we train our people is that do it from wherever you are.
Awesome.
Okay. Do it from wherever you are. You can do it from your kitchen, from your backyard, anywhere. That's a good thing about it. So you don't need any.
I'm actually going to force a word inside your mouth here. I talked about a course, a blueprint, the silver ash blueprint, right? I talked about that before I got to you. You heard that in the background. And the truth is, I want to force you. I don't want to say beg now. I want to force you that you have to dwell more on this very aspect, doing it from wherever you are, right? What you need to do it from wherever you are. Like if somebody's living in a face bush and they have a corner of the house, they can do it there. So explain how they can do it there, not here, but in the course. You have to do that for me. He didn't promise, it's not one of the things he promised in the course, but then you have to do that for me personally. Remember, they are my people and I don't want them to go regretting anything. So I want them to get this, and because I know some person are already getting access to the blueprint, and I don't want to disappoint them. Yeah. And then the last question is, you are a graduate. I'm a graduate. Lots of us are graduates, right? I read chemistry. You may have read something different from civil instruction, right? Now the question is, does it require any certification? Do I need to go to Cambridge? Do I need to go to NAFDAC? Do I need to get any certification or certificates? Or
Okay. Yeah. You don't need any certification. Yes. You see, in fact, first off, I'm not even a science student in the first place. Okay.
Wonderful.
I didn't study science. Wow. So I didn't even do it. So you can do it even without the knowledge of science. Come on. And then secondly, you don't need any certification from NAFDAC or whatsoever. Now, understand something here. You are not extracting silver from the ground. Now, when you go do that from the ground, okay, you might have issues with the bodies or whatsoever. But here, you're helping the environment, or helping the people or the authorities
keep the environment clean. As a matter of fact,
West. To decongest West.
Yes. As a matter of fact, the government should even pay you for helping them keep the environment clean.
Yes. In fact, if they realize that you have such knowledge, they might want to pay you to even work for them and help them. Last man, the rest of them. Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. You're correct. You're correct. Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's it. And thank you again. I know it's not easy to get people like you to come and share something that is making them money. But trust me, I'm not the Grand Commander for nothing, right? So what I'm actually beckoning is on the screen right now is a link to get the get into the Silver Cash blueprint, and then get access to insider, all the things I promised, thousands and thousands of those things I listed earlier, so that they can get access and get direct access to you, ask you questions, so you help them in their businesses. And please, I'm begging, I know a lot of persons are already coming in, and don't let me down, because if you let me down, I've built my reputation over time. I don't want to be that person who caused a bad name to Mr. Patrick, right?
Okay.
All right, so thank you, Mr. Rex. And you listening, you can either click on the link. There's a link somewhere on the screen right now. If you're on the PC, it's by the right-hand side of the screen. Then if you're a mobile, it's below the webinar window. Click on that link, or if you can't find it for whatever reason, just open your browser, go to ecomtycoon.com/scb, and you will be right onto where you get access to this. I mean, depending on your time, wherever you are in the world, because I know tons of people are outside the country, in Germany, in Iraq, are listening to me. So their time may be different from ours right now. They are listening. So whatever time it is for you, you can use any of the options there, option 1 or 2, like I explained earlier, to get access to this. I mean, this Silver Cash blueprint. You wouldn't hear me talk about this anymore. Like, I won't have to invite him again. I know what it cost me to invite him. I may not do that anymore anytime soon. So go ahead now, get access now, and we'll make sure we deliver on all, even over-deliver on all the promises, right? Thank you. And if you've asked questions and your questions have not been attended to, don't worry, your question will automatically be directed to our email, and Mr. Rex will take his time and answer them in detail. Thank you for making it here, and I can't wait to see you some other time. Thank you for watching.